Don't do this, by the way. Don't do this. There's a reason he's wearing gloves. Don't do this.
Yo, what is up, honkers? Today we're going to be watching Styropyro. It's a bit of a sciencey channel. Some mixed with William Osmond, a little bit of Now Red, the chaos of Michael Reeves. I hope you guys enjoy him because we had a blast. If you do end up enjoying this video, please make sure to leave a like, comment below what you want to see Jerry react to next, and if you hadn't already, hit the subscribe button because it really helps us out. Anyways, today's secret word is safety. And Lord knows there's not enough of that on this channel. If you leave that in the comment down below, Jerry will give your comment a heart. Alright, let's get right on into the video.
So hear me out. Typical microwave oven is about 1,000 watts.
Right.
Well, I'm wondering what kind of fun could be had with an oven that's 20 times stronger. Now, I'm sure many of you have wondered this as well.
No, not really.
If not, there are a few things that a 20,000 watt microwave would accomplish.
Like?
Now, the obvious one is cooking food faster.
Right.
I mean, in this day and age, I shouldn't have to wait minutes to cook a Hot Pocket. Oh no, this should take seconds. Microwave experiment.
I'll be real, guys. Cook a Hot Pocket inside of an air fryer. It is much better. And you do not get the little, like, frozen part in the middle.
Either oven or air fryer. Microwave is just not worth it.
It ain't worth it, bro. It ain't worth it.
It'd be 20 times more exciting as well. I mean, even an oven like this is capable of some cool tricks. So I'm hoping that throwing obscene powers at these classic demos will give some fun surprises.
Why
This brings
is
to my
that?
last point. The plasmas that could be made
Well, paper
would
towels.
be hellish. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
Paper towels have metal in them? I don't think they do. I've always done like if I do a cheese roll up, I put in like a little, by cheese roll up I mean like a ham, like a slice of ham with some cheese and a tortilla, and I wrap it inside a paper towel. I put that shit in the microwave for like a minute. It doesn't like spark and do that. Why? Okay.
If you thought plasmas in a normal oven were cool, imagine the kind of witchcraft that you could pull off at extreme power. Is there anything that it wouldn't melt? There's only one way to find out. Let's build a 20,000 watt microwave.
Yay!
So,
how are you gonna do it?
20,000
Can you
watts
put a
out of a microwave
one,
oven. Well, you only need to upgrade 2 components.
1 foot tungsten
Let me
cube
open one
in
of
it?
these up and show you
Maybe.
what I mean. Now, I gotta say it, the power supply in a microwave oven is lethal. In fact,
It's lethal?
when science
Yes.
hobbyists get killed by their projects, more often than not, it's because they were screwing around with microwave parts like these. Anyway, this right here is what generates the microwave radiation
wait,
in
my
an
heart
oven.
just stopped, dude.
It's called a magnetron. Now, interestingly, this is actually
Okay. Hold on a minute. What are y'all having me watch? Is he just a mad scientist just like, oh, this is why because they did it like this, and then just kills themselves?
a vacuum tube, which means unlike phones, TVs, and radios, the main technology in microwaves is the same as it was 70 years ago. Pretty cool, right? So can you just dump more power into this magnetron and get more power out? Well, you can, but only to a point. I've actually
And then
tried
what?
this,
What
but
do
I
we
only
do
got
after
to a
that?
few
then it
thousand watts before
explodes.
it blew up. So this method won't get me to 20 kilowatts. I simply need a bigger magnetron.
It's
Now, unfortunately, even though oven magnetrons are a dime a dozen, big ones are really hard to come by.
I
In
wonder
fact,
why.
I've been waiting for years to make a video like this, but I simply couldn't find a big magnetron. However, my luck finally changed. Enter the Megatron. This
What the fuck is that? And
Magnetron.
this is like watching Michael Reeves if he like, I'm gonna be really happy and I'm gonna show you how to build your own destruction device. Let's microwave people, chat. Fucking like
water-cooled beast is rated for 16,000 watts of drive power, and I plan on pushing it to 20. It's actually kind of funny that I'm even allowed to own this. Now there's a bit of
yeah.
lore
Why?
about I
Why?
obtained
How?
this
How did you
beast.
get it?
It was an eBay purchase, but it was not me that found the
It's
listing.
an eBay
It
purchase.
was the notorious Discord entity
Joe!
Charizard Wrecked that tipped me off to some monster magnetrons being sold as heat exchangers. I bought a few,
What?
and although one came DOA, two were still functional. I was salty about the dead unit, but then a scorpion jumped out of the package, which I
Oh,
thought was a pretty cool consolation prize.
cool.
Anyway, what do I do with this now? So can I
Why?
just jam this thing in there and call it a day? Well,
No, I don't
one
think that would
problem
work.
with that.
It's too big.
It don't fit. I could have just built a bigger waveguide, but I thought back to some of the oldest microwaves that I took apart over the years. And I remembered that some of the oldest ones had big waveguides inside of them.
Right.
So I picked up this old radar range microwave from the 70s, and I just love how it looks. But to be honest, it's also just built like a tank. Like, they don't make microwaves
How do
like
you
they
take
used
this
to.
apart?
Gosh, this thing weighs like 80 or 90 pounds, I think. So
It is true. Any old appliances, I have a fridge on my garage that my great-great-grandmother owned, and it still works. Now everything is manufactured to just fucking break, and I hate it. I
Well,
hate it.
yeah, if nothing breaks, then how are you supposed to buy new stuff?
Fucking dumb. I hate it.
it's a real beast. The huge magnetron fits perfectly inside the oven, but it brings up another issue. How am I going to power it? I need 20 times more power than this thing can provide. So perhaps I can take apart 20 microwaves,
Oh my god.
chain together the transformers, and power it that way?
Would that work?
Nope, that sounds horrible.
Yeah.
I have a better solution in mind. I bought this cute distribution transformer that'll be perfect for the job. Now,
What
it is
the
technically a bit
frick?
undersized for the load, but for
Who is selling this to this guy?
Just casually bought it off eBay, you know. Actually, thinking about it now, you could probably just go outside and grab one.
Is it kind of like how ducks at the park are free?
short runs, he'll be fine. All right. it's
Yeah,
all
he'll be
wired up
fine.
now.
Oh
Let's
my
fire
god,
this
what is
beast
this
up.
concoction?
Now, before I stick anything crazy in there, I just want to try boiling some water to make sure it actually works.
Okay, how many of you actually boil your water using a microwave?
Just get an electric kettle.
Why? Why? Get your
Just a
get your mom a kettle.
Now, I will admit that running this thing isn't quite as straightforward as running a household oven. So let me
Right.
show you the startup sequence.
How do you turn it on?
Now, you do have to close the door because there's no safety interlock to prevent you from cooking the room if you leave it open.
Oh, good
I'm going to
heavens.
start by firing up this water pump here.
Yeah, because that's gonna cool it
So
down.
next, I'm going to go here and fire up the magnetron filament. Next, I'm going to hit this switch here, which energizes that boosting auto transformer, which then feeds my Variac. And now, I'm going to take my Variac and crank it all the way to 100.
Why is it so big?
And this switch right here
It
is what
needs
finally
to
powers
be.
it up. So, let's boil some water.
You could hear.
A
Oh, I
typical
hate that.
microwave oven takes nearly
Oh my
20
God.
minutes to heat a cup of water to
Goodness.
its boiling point.
No.
Oh,
This one goes beyond that
Oh,
in seconds.
no.
Yes, water actually explodes because it superheats faster than it can boil.
that's so
If water
cool.
explodes in there, imagine
not.
what'll happen to things you aren't supposed to microwave. I'm sure you're dying to see how fast food will cook in that thing.
Yeah, I do.
The fact that it makes water explode means I gotta try some of the classic microwave.
You got to do
experience
popcorn.
first. So, let's see what it does to a light bulb.
Why?
What could possibly go wrong?
Oh yeah,
Oh.
a classic experiment. A light bulb. What the fuck?
All right. Here we go.
Yep. Yep.
I didn't think it would
Yep.
pop.
Oh, yeah. Instant explosion.
That was crazy.
Wow. It just
I'm surprised the camera survived
instantaneous.
in there.
Oh
Yeah,
my
me too.
gosh. Oh, that's hilarious. Look at that. It just
Did you not turn it off? Or is that just the water pump?
May just be
turned
water
it
pump.
into dust. Oh, that is so funny. Jeez.
Good heavens.
By comparison, when I tried this in a normal oven, it took nearly 10 seconds to melt through, and it didn't even come close to exploding.
Wow. It did spark a bunch though.
Is it a good idea to microwave an egg? Let's find out.
It'll explode.
It's gonna explode.
This man is just asking like rage bait questions just to like.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
Good delicious.
Oh my goodness.
Did it at least cook it afterward? It kind of did.
I tried an egg in a normal oven as well, and it took over 30 seconds to pop and wasn't nearly as violent.
Yeah.
I'm curious what'll happen to a plasma globe inside this thing.
Ooh. What will happen?
All right.
It'll pop, right?
Why do I even do this kind of stuff?
Oh, that's sick. That shit made me jump. Oh, damn it. That's so cool, though.
That is pretty cool.
That was so loud. Oh my gosh. Wow. That was crazy. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. It's just like powder. Oh, you gotta see this.
Yeah.
That was reduced
Oh my
into
God.
dust. Into just dust. There's like, those pieces are so tiny.
Wait, does that mean that it imploded and not exploded?
That's a good question.
That's crazy. That actually exploded so violently that bits of glass shot holes in the Mica waveguide cover.
Holy
Yikes.
shit.
Now, speaking of plasma, the metallic coating on this chip bag should be pretty interesting.
Oh boy.
Let's activate the shrink
Oh
ray.
boy.
Boy. It's just gone.
Instantly.
Good heavens.
A lit candle can be crazy in a normal oven, so I figured it'd be worth trying in this thing as well.
That's
That
so
is really
cool.
A funny side effect of all that plasma is that it turns the air in there into deadly nitrogen dioxide gas, which gives it
Mmm.
I did not know that.
Lovely.
Don't do this, guys.
that brown
maybe
color. Now, if you're wondering how I'm filming inside the oven, I just have a hole drilled in the cavity there. And then, over here, I just
There's a
have
camera.
A cell phone that's just taped
Oh!
to the
Just
walls
a
there.
cell phone.
Now, this works because
I see.
the hole is pretty small relative to the microwave wavelength, so it doesn't
Right.
let much radiation out. Now, I'm not the first YouTuber to use this technique. I think Cody's Lab was the first to do it on YouTube.
Right.
And then Nile Red has a good video on microwave plasmas that uses this. And then Steve Mold actually has a whole video about, filming inside a microwave.
Hmm.
Anyway, I think it's time we cook some
Hot
actual food
Pocket,
in this thing.
baby!
And it's funny because after
Hot
years of doing
Pocket.
everything with a microwave that you're not supposed to, I'm finally going to come full circle and use a
Do-
microwave oven to simply heat some food. Let's start with a Hot Pocket.
Will this
The
even
instructions
work?
say it
Or
needs
would
to
it
cook
just
for nearly
burn it?
3 minutes in a puny home oven. I'm hoping this macrowave will cook it faster.
You didn't put it in the...
Microwave.
You didn't put it in
Well,
the...
it didn't explode.
They stopped selling
but I'm
the
not sure if
foils.
that's a good
Really?
thing or a bad thing.
Yeah. They wanted to save on paper.
Oh, is it done?
All right, let's take a look.
Ding.
Oh yeah, looks done. Oh yeah, it feels done too. Well, there's your 10-second Hot Pocket.
Holy
Now, the
fuck.
most surprising part about this is that it cooked
Good
evenly.
gracious.
Because I know this oven has some hot spots. I wonder how quickly a hot dog will cook in this thing.
Oh, it's gonna explode too.
Oh, that'll pop immediately. Yep.
I was kind of hoping it would explode, but at least it was cooked in
Aw.
seconds. I actually left it in there way too long, judging by what it looks like
Would he...
afterwards.
There's no way these are
I
safe
chucked a
to eat,
potato in
right?
there without
Oh,
snapping
that-
the
No,
holes in there.
surely
This
not.
is gonna
Also, with the
explode.
hope that it would explode. But unfortunately, it simply flash cooked like it was supposed to.
What?
It did
Really?
make some funny whistling sounds, though.
Crazy.
In fact, a lot of foods make that
pickle.
funny whistle. And pickles turned out to be one of the best noisemakers. Let's test another microwave
Oh,
food classic,
no.
popcorn.
Popcorn.
This
Why
one
is
was
it so
actually kinda
slow?
Disappointing, because it took 30 seconds to pop fully. Now this is several times faster than a normal oven, but I was hoping it'd be instantaneous.
Huh.
At least it didn't
Yeah.
burn though.
It didn't burn
Now
it?
it's time for everybody's
No.
favorite food to microwave,
I always burn my fucking popcorn. How? How did it not burn the
How
popcorn?
did you make a better microwave?
I need it. I need it.
The grape. And you know what? Let me go ahead and cut it almost in half, just to make sure, it heats nice and evenly, Like this.
Okay.
And yeet.
Why did it catch on fire?
Unfortunately, the fragrant smell of roasted grape is hidden by the suffocating nitrogen dioxide fumes, which is the deadly brown gas left in the beaker there.
Yeah.
Instead of cutting a grape in half, I just tossed in some unmodified grapes to see if I get the same result.
What it... Do grapes have something in them that causes this reaction? Like, genuinely, what the fuck is it? But also, who the fuck cooks grapes?
Yep, grapes are
question.
haunted. These grape plasmas are incredibly bright.
Moon's
But of
haunted.
particular interest is their color. They glow white and even have bits of blue coming through.
Ooh.
I'm wondering if they're being heated beyond white hot to blue hot. The big brain way to
Probably.
answer this question would be to take a UV visible spectrum, fit it to the Planck radiation law, and determine the temperature that way. But you know what?
I
That doesn't
don't have
sound
all
nearly
that
as
fancy
fun as
equipment.
chucking a bunch of metal in there and seeing what kind of hell is unleashed. So yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's see if the microwave can melt magnesium ribbon, or at least see what kind of plasma.
Literally, this guy's entire channel, it seems, is literally just, I have money now. Time to do all the things I wanted to do whenever I was a kid that my parents told me I couldn't do. Let's put magnesium in the microwave. Like, why? Why?
It'll make.
Oh, that's so cool, though.
It's green.
Not only did it melt and burn in there, but it also managed to show off some of its green spectral colors, which is in contrast to the white you get by simply burning it in air. Aluminum
That's so
melts
cool.
at only slightly higher temperatures than magnesium, but for the sake of curiosity, I'm going to toss some foil in there anyway.
Yeah, this
Alright,
is
here goes nothing.
Correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but microwaves, the way they cook food is they move the water particles around so fast that it heats up the food through friction. Correct? So, how is it melting the metal? The waves make the water very unhappy.
Angry water.
Angry water. Ooh.
Now that is like an arc furnace. Oh my goodness.
That's
Now
so
it's time for something more challenging.
Ooh,
Yeah,
copper.
Put
Copper
your
needs to
balls
be
in it.
very hot before it melts. So let's see how it holds up in the microwave.
Like the fucking South Park thing where you're just like, sorry, Stan, I'm just trying to get cancer right now. Well, let's melt in it.
Oh yeah, it melted
Yep.
almost instantly. Now this
Oh,
also
yeah.
brings up
Doc,
an
come
important
again.
point about the glass.
Oh,
It's actually astonishing how well these Pyrex
Nice.
beakers have held up to the plasma.
is this an
The same
ad?
cannot be
Is this
said
an ad?
about this Pyrex bakeware. The difference is that the beakers are made from borosilicate glass, which has very low thermal expansion. Pyrex bakeware used to be made from this as well, but has since
Yep,
been
they
changed to
changed it.
tempered float glass.
Why?
And its internal stress patterns are easy to see in a polariscope.
Is it
This
just
change
cheaper
is
to make?
unfortunate for home science, but
Probably.
it does make for less dangerous breaks in the kitchen, as it tends to
Oh,
explode into tiny bits as opposed to razor shards.
Got it.
Anyway,
That
let's
makes
move up
sense.
the temperature scale to some thermite. Thermite is so hard to ignite that you can buy
Ooh.
it pre-mixed and have it shipped to you without crazy restrictions.
I wouldn't even
And
try
nothing this
that. I would just be
microwave
like,
can
nah.
achieve its high ignition point. Yeet.
Yeet.
Well then. Back on fire.
It melted the
So that's
beaker.
what it took to break one of those beakers.
Amazing.
It basically just
Isn't science
exploded in
incredible,
there.
kids?
All the iron product is dispersed in little droplets.
Holy
That was
crap.
fun. Although that reaction made molten iron, it was kind of cheating due to all the chemical energy released. Let's try directly melting some iron in the form of steel wool.
I wonder what... I'm curious what this smells like. You know what I mean?
Oh, not good.
Like, how much is this damaging his brain to breathing in these fumes?
Hopefully he has a hood.
Try directly melting some iron in the form
Yeah,
of steel
good.
wool.
Yeah, it melted it all right.
Yep, no problem there. Next on the list is titanium. This stuff is quite hard to melt, but I think the microwave can pull it off.
We already did aluminum, right?
Alright, let's melt some titanium. Man, I'm gonna see spots for a long time.
Yeah. Were you
That was
staring
so
straight at
loud.
it?
Oh my goodness. Oh my
Probably.
That's the microwave.
Yeah, science.
Melted obliterated that plate, but the titanium. Oh yeah, that melted. I can see it beat it up there. Nice.
Nice.
I'm
It
running out
scares
of
me
metals
how
with higher
unsafe
melting
he's being.
points.
Oh, is that
So this
tinsel?
time I'm going to try making rubies,
Yes.
based on a cool video by Nighthawk and Light.
Rubies. Ooh.
Okay, so I ran into a lot of
Oh,
issues
this would be
with this
so
one.
cool if it works.
It was mostly due to stupidity on my part. The gist of this procedure is that you use a microwave plasma to melt an alumina-chromium mix, which yields
Okay.
ruby.
Uh-huh.
However, for some reason, I thought Ben's procedure generated the alumina via an exotic thermite reaction between chromia and metallic aluminum. This false
you know.
assumption led to a lot of broken glass and several failed shots. The funny part is that my chromia thermite still ignited with ease,
Yeah, it
which is
makes
probably
sense.
even harder to pull
Yeah.
off than making ruby. However, when I used alumina like I was supposed to, I still ran into issues.
Which was... Was it cooking it too fast?
The plasma
fast
escaped
shattered.
and the glass container exploded after just a couple seconds. Fortunately, this was still enough time to finally make some ruby. Thank
Oh,
goodness.
shit. Well, that's
You know,
cool.
The fact that this can be done in a normal oven means I really haven't hit an impressive temperature yet.
Oh, no.
So, let's cut the fluff and
Oh,
move to
boy.
something extreme.
What do you
It's
mean
time for the metal with
extreme?
the highest melting point.
Oh, okay.
Tungsten.
I thought he was going to upgrade the
melting point of
microwave
this
again.
is literally thousands of degrees above anything else I've tried so far. So this one might be challenging.
I have a feeling the plate's gonna shatter on this one. Oh, that's so cool.
It didn't do much.
For whatever reason,
Science is
the plasma
cool.
in this beaker kept escaping the
My
flame,
plate
so I
shattered.
couldn't give it a
I
long
called
enough
it.
zap. The wire may have burned a bit in there, but there wasn't any clear indication of melting. So I decided
Yeah.
to give it another go on ceramic fiber.
Won't that catch fire?
Heck. Oops.
Seems like it.
Waveguide flashover. It turns out, free plasma in the oven is really bad.
Yeah, no
because it
shit.
jumps back to the magnetron through the waveguide. I used these mica waveguide covers.
Not
which
good.
Oh,
is
it's
why about a half
burned.
a second of plasma
Melted.
escapes. But this one
He's
got all
burning
crispy
his.
without
He's
me
cooking
realizing
his
it.
microwave.
It won't take many flashovers like this to destroy the oven. And unfortunately, this is not the first time this has happened either.
Really?
Heck. Alright, we got a new waveguide
I love how he
cover.
senses himself with a voiceover.
Let's try this again.
Oh, heck.
I don't think he said heck, chat. Look at all that beautiful smoke.
Is it melting?
I bet
Oh,
that's
That
gonna
run
smell
clearly
good.
melted some of the tungsten.
It kinda
As you
did.
can see by the beating on the wire. How that is impressive. So this microwave is capable of melting any metal. But the thing is, I'd bet that plasma in there is substantially hotter than even tungsten's melting point. Unfortunately, there's nothing tougher that I can melt. So I can only say it's at least 3,422 degrees C. Now,
Damn.
something that I found is that although tungsten is the toughest
that a
metal I
battery?
can throw in there, it's far from the most interesting. So to get to the point, what happens if I microwave a lithium battery? Well, embarrassingly,
don't.
I couldn't get one to pop.
Wait,
The oven
really?
itself would flash over before anything happened to the battery. I tried cheating by using
What
some
the fuck
steel
is that
wool
coming
to
down from the
initiate plasma,
ceiling?
But even then, the plasma refused to stay contained.
Huh.
So, I decided on a different approach.
Yeah, that would
I
work.
carefully opened one up and extracted the lithium foil inside.
Don't do this, by the way. Don't do this. There's a reason he's wearing gloves. Don't do this.
Here I thought Nile Red was dangerous. This guy is even worse. At least Nile Red has safety procedures in place.
It's man.
He's wearing
Microwaving
rubber
this foil gave a
gloves.
surprising result.
Oh, yeah, there we go, baby.
That incredible red coloring is
I
due to
don't
lithium's
like that.
atomic emission spectrum. What I expected to see was maybe a few red flashes in an otherwise white plasma, simply
Ooh,
because
that's
the temperatures
cool.
are so high. The fact that the colorful spectral lines were favored opens up the possibility of all sorts of colorful plasmas. Now this brings up the question, what happens if I start chucking a bunch of weird chemicals and metals in there? Can I make a full rainbow of plasmas, at least to a Roy G. Biv approximation?
He's gonna have a new
Well,
kind of
there's only one way
cancer
to
named
find
after
out.
him.
For the next weird metal,
What
let's
is
try
that?
a lump of calcium. This sample is
Calcium?
surprisingly still shiny, even though I've had it for years. I'm hoping it'll
You know, I took physics in college and stuff for my degree, but like, I didn't know calcium was a metal. I don't know why. I thought it was a liquid.
show off its orange spectral lines when yeeted into a plasma.
That is so pretty.
It is.
Well, that was easy, and stupidly bright as well. On to the next one. For yellow, I'm gonna zap some sodium metal. For
Oh,
reasons I'll get into soon,
cool.
zapping the angry and highly reactive
Yay.
metallic form is a totally unnecessary way to see the sodium spectral colors. However, for the sake of memes, I'm gonna do it anyway.
For the sake of memes.
I do need to address
Here we
something
go.
first, though. The last time I pulled out this lump of sodium, so many of you freaked out over the quantity. Now let me tell you a little something. This little chunk right here is nothing. In fact, when I was 13 years old, I obtained 2 400-pound barrels of metallic sodium.
How do you get your hands on these things, sir? Why do you have these?
At that young, aren't you a little
What?
young to be playing with highly reactive metals? Why, yes, I am.
All right, just don't go put it in any water, okay? Yeah.
Hey, Ferb, I know what we're gonna do today.
Like,
Starts heading
Jesus
towards the pool.
Christ.
Now that's a story
Public
for
pool
a
we
different day.
come.
But be assured, this ain't much. Well, anyway, yeet.
Hello.
It melted it.
I want to point out that this
Yep.
exact yellow color has shown up in this video several times already.
Right.
And in particular, all the times that glass is broken into plasma. This is because sodium in the glass is coloring the plasma. Now, Nile Red actually has an entire video on this very effect.
Ah,
It turns
okay.
out it only
I see.
takes a little bit of sodium to make a
Small
lot
plug
of yellow
there.
light. And this can be a blessing or a curse depending on what you're trying to do.
That's so pretty.
With yellow down,
It
let's
is.
move on to green.
What are you
I'm
doing?
mixing up some trimethylborate, which will hopefully show off boron's spectral colors. Since this isn't conductive on
Boron.
its own, I'm using a sliver of aluminum wool to initiate it.
Okay.
I see.
It's funny because the free boron must have been thousands of times more concentrated than sodium in
Oh, it
there.
is green.
Yet it's the sodium yellow that stuck out at
think.
first. Eventually, the boron won out.
The only way I can tell
making a nice
is by
green
looking
color.
at it in my model, and it looks the same.
Well, green was easy
So
enough.
cool.
So how hard can blue be? I figured copper would be the element to zap.
Copper.
But then I remembered that when I melted it, it didn't make much blue light. But that's the thing about copper. It has to be tickled in just the right way before it'll spit out blue light. And this is why blue is such
Okay.
a challenge in fireworks.
Yes, Psycho,
So,
he is colorblind.
I tried a pyrotechnics trick and added a source of chlorine in the form of copper chloride.
Copper chloride. Okay.
This one
Seems to be
sucked.
blue.
I was hoping for blue emission from hot molecular copper
Oh, it's kind
chloride.
of getting there.
But this really only made
Yeah.
a little bit of blue. Maybe the plasma was too hot in there. I don't know. Let's try something else. Microplastics.
Oh,
Maybe this
yum
will provide
yum.
a better form of chlorine for the copper. There were a few good flashes of blue in there, but still not what I wanted. Maybe I just need to change
This video is
metals.
scaring me.
What? No. No.
I carefully opened up a lantern battery
Yeah,
to extract the
carefully,
zinc.
my
Have an
ass.
aneurysm, dude.
And what do you know? Sodium yellow. I even tried a strip of high purity zinc, and although this one briefly flashed blue, it was still the trace
Oh, it
sodium
kinda did.
contamination
Oh,
that stole
oh,
the show.
oh.
Yellow chemistry at its finest. Embarrassingly, the bluest plasma I've gotten so far was actually just the aluminum foil I zapped earlier. Out
Yeah.
of desperation, I decided to try this again in a bigger beaker, with the hopes that the higher volume would lower plasma density and favor atomic emission.
Put more aluminum in there.
That's blue.
Now that's blue, all right. Oh,
Never
never.
mind.
Wait.
It blue.
Wow. All of
I'm
those
waiting for
fancy
the-
chemicals and elements
I was waiting
only
for the
to
plate
be
to break.
outperformed
Yeah.
by a strip of aluminum foil. Chemistry is stupid. With blue finally down, it's time to take on indigo, and there's no better metal for indigo than indium. It's no coincidence they sound so similar, because indium was actually named after the color indigo. Why
Ah!
this is becomes very apparent when indium is zapped by my demon circuit,
Your
as
demon
it makes more
circuit.
indigo light than I've ever seen in my
That
life.
is so cool.
We are watching more of this guy's videos. This is what the fuck. This man is literally the like mad scientist I always wanted to be.
Same be done with a microwave? Let's plasmify some indium wire and find out. Blue?
Ah,
I tried so hard to get blue earlier, and now it shows up when I don't want it. Figures.
every
That
time.
sucks.
Instead of indium wire, I melted some of the metal in the bottom of a beaker, hoping that it would provide more metal to the plasma.
Blue.
Nope, still blue. In hindsight, the ceramic fiber base was probably
That's as blue
poisoning
as
the
I
color
am.
there, but I didn't consider that before trying
Literally
the
my
next
hair
experiment.
color.
I added some indium chloride, hoping either the
Why isn't
chlorine
it a
or
pill bottle?
pre-ionized indium would change the color. This was a big improvement.
Ooh, it's purple.
And although the plasma was a bit obscured by the
Yes,
smoke,
it's more magenta.
I would have probably
yeah.
stopped here if it wasn't for the next experiment. As a side note, I should mention that while indium metal is essentially non-toxic, indium smoke is really bad to breathe in,
Oh,
as
cool.
is ceramic
imagine.
fiber dust. These are one of many reasons I'm wearing a respirator.
Got it.
Anyway, I decided to try microwaving some gallium crystals. Most people know gallium for its very low melting temperature.
Oh, I
but
thought
it
that was
turns out
mercury.
it has a beautiful
Mercury
emission
does too.
spectrum as well. Some crystals in the bottom of a beaker were enough to give some interesting colors, and flipping the beaker over really brought out the color. And what do you know? There's the last of the colors, violet. I didn't stop there though.
Violet, you're
I was
turning
curious
violet.
what would happen if I made an
I can't
alloy of
tell the
gallium and
difference.
indium, and then zapped
Gallium's
that.
like mercury, but less
Sure
toxic.
enough, a nice clear indigo started to come through. After playing with ratios and settling on an alloy that was mostly indium, I created my favorite plasma of this entire project.
Okay, which was?
Ooh.
Oh.
Dude, you're getting thrust.
That's my favorite too.
So cool.
Wow.
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 Wowee.
Yeah, wow.
Perfect. That's beautiful. Yes.
You are
Yes.
beautiful.
Ah,
Perfect.
oh, so beautiful. Ah, I'm sorry. Ah.
Wow.
I've made every color I wanted to and melted every element I wanted to.
You really did,
And I don't
man.
even want to stop here.
Can you make
However,
black
this
now?
video
I
is
don't think
pretty
black
long.
plasma exists.
There's still so much more.
why
I wanna
black
do with my huge
lightsabers don't work.
magnetrons. I even made this cool Faraday
make
helmet
it
for some
work.
of my more cursed ideas. I should probably save those experiments
What
for a
is
separate
that?
video, just because I don't want to
I
rush
don't
through
wanna know.
them. Instead, let me try to address some questions that I just know you guys will ask about otherwise.
Like,
What does it do to electronics? Well, most things I
fries
threw in
them.
there gave the same
Probably
result.
just
RAM
destroy it,
sticks,
right?
Plasma.
no!
Neon bulbs,
Not the red.
Not the RAM!
PCBs, plasma.
Dude, no.
Christmas lights, some
That was
funny
probably
colors,
DDR3
but
or
mostly
DDR4,
plasma.
hopefully.
The only electronic
Huh.
device that didn't ionize was this broken calculator.
Wait,
but
really?
the smoke it made was essentially a chemical war crime. I tried CDs as well, but their coatings vaporized in a fraction of a
Oh.
second. So,
Oh,
what
that's so
about the
cool.
health risks of this contraption?
A
Well,
lot.
the real risk here isn't microwaves,
frick.
it's the power supply. Now, put simply, you touch any of this stuff
cord
while
is
it's live,
dying.
you'll die instantly.
Oh, cool.
But as for the tiny bit of microwaves that escape
What?
the oven, those are harmless for the same reason your Wi-Fi router is harmless. And
I
that's
bet a
because
Nokia phone would
microwaves are
survive.
non-ionizing radiation. Hold up. Microwaves are non-ionizing radiation?
Yes.
Didn't I just spend the entire video ionizing stuff with microwaves?
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't worry
So
about
let me
it.
explain by briefly talking about radiation. Now, this word scares a lot of people because they associate it with scary forms that cause cancer.
Yeah.
But not all radiation is this way. Microwaves are a type of electromagnetic radiation. This type of radiation includes scary stuff like X-rays, as well as just light.
That
This does
noise,
not
though, is
include
scary.
particle radiation,
Yeah, it
like you
is.
get from some kinds of radioactive decay. Now, this is where things get confusing. Ionizing radiation includes high-energy EM stuff, as well as particle radiation, and nuclear radiation falls here as well. But not all ionizing EM radiation is nuclear radiation.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Not really.
Okay, all that considered, you may have heard that light has properties of both a particle and a wave, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is where the distinction of ionizing comes
both
in.
properties
Ionizing
of
EM
gum and
radiation
rubber.
is where one light particle, or photon, has enough energy to strip an electron off of an atom and ionize it. Photons with this energy can mutate DNA, leading to cancer. A microwave photon is literally 1,000,000 times weaker than this
Whoa.
threshold. Now, to be fair,
Marshmallow.
a photon doesn't have to be quite at ionizing energy to be cancer-causing, as UV can still cause damaging photochemical reactions to DNA. But even this is 100,000 times more energetic than microwaves. Then how do microwaves ionize stuff? So bear with me. I've already mentioned that microwaves are electromagnetic, which means they have an associated electric and magnetic field. Now, it's the electric field that's relevant here, and an important property about these fields is that they add up. That means that when you put enough microwaves in a small enough space, the electric field grows to the point where it can rip apart atoms and molecules on its own. This effect is not exclusive to microwaves, and even visible light will ionize air if there's enough of it. Sticking your hand in the oven won't shoot a bunch of holes in your DNA and give you cancer. It will simply cook it like you dunked it in lava.
There we go.
Of course, burns only happen at huge powers. At low power, like what leaks through the oven door, those risks simply aren't there.
It just isn't
Oh, and
there,
for
man.
the record, I did measure the microwave leakage from this. And it's so small that it's well within the legal safety limits of what's allowed to be sold for home use. It's incredibly well sealed. Well,
I love how it's like, it's within the safety limit of what's allowed to be sold.
other than one mishap where the tape on the door exploded and EMP'd one of my cameras. But we don't need to worry about that.
Oh, an EMP!
So hopefully that convinced you that microwaves are safe in small amounts. Because on an unrelated note, I now have to give you an update on my health issues. Now before I end this
Are you okay?
video, I
Amy,
think
are
I'm
you okay?
obligated to give you some updates on what I brought up in my last video. As a recap, I recently found out that I have just like bonkers testosterone levels. And this is
Oh.
concerning because I also
like,
have had
super
these
manly.
unexplained markers for liver disease going back more than 10 years.
Oh no.
Well, since posting that video, I went through the medical ringer. I got poked and irradiated and fondled in about like every way you can imagine.
Right.
And no actual disease was identified.
Oh.
Although they still found a little bit of liver scarring on the liver biopsy.
What the fuck?
Now, even though I don't know what's wrong, this is still a pretty good result because
Is
it
it?
means that, well, it rules out a bunch of nasty diseases.
It does.
But also means that whatever is
They
wrong
still don't know what's
doesn't
wrong.
seem to be progressing very quickly. Now, if something changes or if by some chance I actually solve this mystery, I'll be sure to let you guys know. Now,
Aw.
many of you brought up that I may have caused these issues.
Is
due to
that
all
a
my
kitty cat in the
experiments.
bottom left?
And of course, I can't help but
Maybe
wonder that as
underneath
well.
me, you mean?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it shouldn't be a
Where people can't
surprise that
see.
somebody that does what I do has
Hold on. I will show them.
No.
Look at the kibby. The kibby.
a weird and unexplained disease. But you know what? I know
Mr.
it wasn't
Stark, I don't
microwaves that
feel so
caused it,
good.
or anything high voltage like Tesla coils, because I've had these disease markers since before I ever messed with that kind of stuff. Now, chemicals, or I guess technically lasers for some reason, I mean, yeah, it's possible. I like to think I've been pretty careful to limit
He
exposures.
has lupus. Oh
But
god.
then again,
I
I've
hope
been doing
not.
that stuff
Oh,
my
no.
whole life, so it's possible that some small exposures added up to something.
Right.
But I wonder about the reverse possibility as well. I never had my testosterone levels measured before this year, but because
Yeah.
I don't have any symptoms of like hormone
have.
changes, there's a good chance they've always been that way. And in assuming that is true, then I wonder how much of a role did that play in my extreme hobbies? I mean, basically every activity I enjoy is dangerous, and it's been that way
Right.
since I was a preteen. And considering the associations of testosterone with risk-seeking behavior, I feel like, bonkers hormone levels to start with might explain some things. So yeah, whether I caused my crazy body chemistry or whether crazy body chemistry caused me, I feel like both are about as equally likely. So that's about all I
Aw,
have for you
squirrel.
today. So until the next time, stay safe and happy microwaving.
Happy microwaving. I hope that this guy is okay and that they find out what's actually wrong with him, because that's really scary. If you want me to see more of Styropyro's content, please leave a like on the video. Comment which Styropyro video you would like to me and see you would like me and Azu to see next time, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Bye.